Hello everyone, I'm Jenya Romanova and this is my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching it. It really motivates me to keep making these videos. So please like, leave comments, save the video, or do anything that shows us that what we're doing matters. What you do is important, even if it doesn't seem that way to you right now. After some time, you'll eventually receive information that it was actually important. You never really know exactly why a certain unexpected chain of events might, in fact, end up saving someone's life, sometimes in ways you could never have imagined. It's truly remarkable how things can unfold. For example, yesterday I watched a show about women boxers, and one of the women shared an interesting story. Back in school, she punched some bully in the liver, and he was taken away by ambulance. It turned out that he had a ruptured appendix. And if he hadn't been taken to the hospital, they wouldn't have found out. And the guy would have actually died. That's why everything you do is important. And it doesn't matter how you feel about it in the moment or how other people feel about it. Life is incredibly multifaceted and much bigger than we can perceive at any given moment of our existence. A very simple example: can't even see ourselves. You can see your hand, your leg, but you can't see yourself as a whole. In order to see yourself, you always need some kind of intermediary. And that is so annoying. For me to be able to see myself, I need some person through whom I can see myself, or it could be a mirror. And all mirrors are different. So I still won't see myself. What will I see? My reflection. Sometimes you see your shadow. Now imagine if you judged yourself by how your shadow looks. That would make for a strange portrait, wouldn't it? And accordingly, in order to see yourself, you always need some kind of intermediary, specifically a person or any living being or really anything in this world that gives you feedback about who you are. Admit it, that's pretty strange. On the other hand, I can always choose who I want to be. And so if I can choose who I want to be, I can also choose which opinions of others about me I accept. Moreover, let's take it a step further. I can choose to surround myself only with those people whose opinions of me I actually want and whose perspectives I genuinely value and respect. This means I am not required to listen to everyone's feedback, but instead I can be intentional about whose thoughts and advice I allow to influence me. Furthermore, even if I'm not yet the person I ultimately want to become, I can still choose to spend time with people who see that potential in me, who recognize the qualities I'm working to develop, and who encourage me to grow. For example, let's say that right now I am a successful homemaker, skillfully managing my household and daily responsibilities, but I have the ambition to become the founder of a tech startup in the future. What do I need to do? First of all, I need to see that it's possible, and then how would I act? Then I would immerse myself in the atmosphere, in the environment of people, in the atmosphere of projects, conferences, I don't know, groups on TikTok or Facebook of those who are involved in what. That's right, technological startups. Then I create an environment around myself. So instead of borscht, cats and kids, now I have tech startups, conferences, meetings, and a vision of the future. And at some point, this becomes the norm for me. I realize I can also make this journey from what seemed impossible to something real. And so if I want to see myself as a truly beautiful woman and as a genuinely good person, I surround myself with people who are able to see and believe that in me, even if I don't fully have it yet. The world is not what we think about it. The world and reality are what we construct, what we choose. Recently, through my relationship with my cat, I realized something truly amazing. We love those people with whom we don't feel a sense of guilt, because guilt automatically leads to aggression. We start to defend ourselves. Aggression is a species preserving instinct. It's what keeps us alive as a species. That's why working through aggression means doing things that are irrelevant, just wasting your life on something you can't and don't even need to overcome. In other words, imagine that your body is sending you signals that help you preserve your life as a species, and you're trying to work through them. Well, you're not in the right place. For example, I noticed with my cat that when the food suddenly ran out, he calmly walked around his bowl. He didn't even meow or demand anything. I realized this happens, you can forget, food can run out. And to buy a new one takes time. In my cat's reflection, I'm not bad. Don't feel guilty. I don't need to defend myself. With him, I have no aggression. And then I realized something amazing. When you enter a relationship as happy people, they don't need to manipulate you in order to blame you for the reasons behind their unhappiness. And then you are never at fault. And then you have no reason to show aggression. A relationship between two happy people can happen, or like me and my cat. Thank you all. Subscribe, hit the bell, and do more.